this tutorial, we're going to cover how to manage the costs and pricing of your inventory. This all begins with your accounting type. If you have not yet set your accounting type, please refer to our video tutorial on inventory setup. On the inventory entry screen, you have several fields that will allow you to track and control the costs of your inventory items and what your prices will be. We'll begin on the General tab of the inventory entry screen, and for this example, we're going to use a stock inventory item. On the left side of the screen, you'll see last purchase, average cost, and base price. Last purchase will display the last cost that this item was purchased at. Average cost is going to be the mean of all items you currently have in stock. Base price is automatically set the first time an item is ordered, and from that point will always remain the same unless it is manually updated. The next field you'll see is the buy-sell ratio. This feature allows you to divide the cost of an inventory item by the quantity in which it was purchased. For example, if you place an order for gaskets and pay a single amount for a box of 30, then your buy-sell ratio will be set at 30. This divides the cost of that box by 30 so that each gasket placed on an invoice is costed accurately. This also ties together the cost units field and the resale unit field. The cost unit is what you pay for, which may be box, case, or drum, whereas the resale unit is what you would place on an invoice. Next, let's look at setting up your markup codes. A markup code is a calculation that you provide to ESC so that it can automatically update your prices for you based on your costs. This code controls price A, B, and C, although it is not mandatory and you may manually enter your prices. ESC provides you with price A, B, and C so that you can assign different levels of pricing to different customers using the customer entry screen, or change the pricing levels directly on an invoice in the sales invoicing screen. To set up a markup code, click on the markup code link to the left of the field. You can also set up your markup codes by going to your inventory menu and selecting Enter Markup Codes. Now click on Add New on the toolbar. First, assign a code. Your code only consists of 2 characters, so you can make it numerical, initials, or simply alphabetical. In this example, we'll call it Code A. Now create your markup ranges. A markup range is basically a from and to amount that determines by how much the prices will be marked up. For example, your inventory items that cost between $0 and $10 will mark it up by 500%, 400%, and 300%. For items between $10 and $100, we'll mark it up by 500%, 300%, and 200%. The percentage you enter is an actual percentage of the cost. Therefore, 100% is equal to the cost of the item, and anything less than 100 is less than cost. By default, the prices generated by the markup code are based on the average cost of the item. However, you have the ability to apply a markup code to an item's base price instead. This is controlled by the subcategories of your inventory items. For instructions on setting up categories and subcategories, please see our inventory setup tutorial. You can settle with one markup code or create multiple. It's all up to your inventory structure. Once you've entered your markup codes, close the Inventory Markup Codes screen. Now you should be back in your inventory entry screen. In order to apply your markup code to the item and have it generate your prices, you'll need to click the Recalculate button on the toolbar. This will force the prices to recalculate after changes to the average cost or markup code. The prices of an inventory item will not recalculate themselves at any given time, though the average cost of an item will fluctuate each time you receive the item into inventory. In order to update your prices, you'll need to either click the Recalculate button on an individual item or use the Update Inventory Pricing feature in the inventory menu. The Update Inventory Pricing feature will allow you to automatically recalculate all of your inventory items, provided they have a markup code. You'll also see here that you have the ability to update certain categories or manufacturers as needed, but you can also leave these fields blank in order to update all of the items at once. Once again, we'll return to the inventory entry screen and take a look at the price book drop-down list. If you are printing or managing price books for multiple technicians or multiple departments, this list allows you to choose which price book this part is entered into. You may also choose to have it entered into all price books or select None and it won't show in any of them. This concludes our tutorial on inventory costs and pricing.